Morning, how are we getting on? 6:30 Saturday morning, in early. Got a bit of an emergency job, bit of a rush job. We've got Max who plays on Challenge Tour. He's given me a golf club, so he had to go and get some shafts yesterday, last minute. He's got a call up to go to South Africa this evening, and the shafts in his golf clubs aren't the ones that he needs. He's got to change shafts. So, got 7 irons to do for the pitching wedge. It's got KBS Tour 130 in X's at the moment, and we're switching them to KBS S taper in stiff. Okay, so different shafts, changing the grips as well. We're going from MCC's teams to Z cords, 1 layer plus 1, so 1 plus 1 on those. So the first things first, got to record some specs. So I've got to make sure I build the new ones to the same length and the same weight. So 7 iron, 37 inches, which is standard length. Just put it in your swing weight machine. Swing weight's D3. And he wants the loss to stay the same, but we're going to make the lies 1 degree flat. And there we go. So I'll keep you posted. I've got to do this quickly, and yeah, I'll keep you posted on another video in a minute. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, everyone. Right, okay. So done the specs. Heads are off, so they're all done. I've given them all a bit of a clean, but use as a cleaning tool into the drill. So we do that, get all the crap out of the heads after all the old glue and everything like that, so they're all really clean. I've then marked down the weight of each head. So the 4 iron is 246, 5 irons 251, 6 irons 257, 7 irons 264, 8 iron is 274, so there's a slight gap there. It's normally around about 7 grams between. And then you've got 282, and then we've got 285. The pitching wedge and 9 iron are quite close together. The same sort, we've got these same shafts, so it's not the end of the world, but it means that the pitching wedge probably won't need as heavy a weight in it. The others I'm going to have to add weights because we're standard length and he needs them at D3, so I'm going to have to add tip weights to all of them. When I took the other ones out, there are tip weights in all of them, so I need to make sure I get this swing weighted right. So I'm about to do that, so I'll send another video in a minute. Thanks for watching. Right, okay, so safety first, safety glasses. Got to take the chrome off, otherwise the glue will not, the epoxy will not bond, so the shaft will come out. So if you don't prep this, the shaft will fall out, the glue just won't be able to hold. So I've got to prep this by using the grinder, take all the chrome off the ends. There you go, chrome's all done, taken off. Right, okay, so we're nearly there. So cut them to length. I've now swing weight them. So it's a 9 iron, it's got a 8 gram tip weight. Pop that in, double check it. It needs to be 36 inches with the grip on. So I'll pop it on the ruler, make sure I've cut it, and more double checks, got the final checks. So 35 and 6/8. Pop it on the swing weight scale. D3.0. So if we just pick another one, so if we go up to 6 iron, 6 iron needs to be 37.5 with the grip on. So got a 10 gram tip weight for that one. Again, pop that in, check the length. So there we go, so 37 and 2/8. Pop that in a swing weight scale, D3.0. So you can see we can get very exact on the swing weight. Got a digital swing weight scale, so it's very exact. And there we go, so I've done it with all of them. Tip weights I'll pop on the spec sheet at the end. There we go. Just got to glue them now. Right, okay, so we're now going to glue. I'm going to use I've got like a 10-minute glue, I've got a 1 hour glue, I've got a 24-hour glue. Max needs to take them tonight to South Africa, so I'm going to use the 1 hour glue just to make sure that we're good. So I've got enough time to do that. So it's now 8:30, so by 9:30 I should be able to get the grips on. Well, probably a bit sooner than that. It's fully set at 1 hour. So all we do is 2 parts, so it's equal parts. So pop that on there, give it a mix. So you can see, just going to mix it all in, get it all in. Probably mix it for about a minute, but after about 30 seconds I'll add some of the glass beads, which just it centres the shaft a little bit better, but I think it just gives it a little bit more of a harder setting qualities. So glass beads, pop that on there. So you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's glass beads in there, mix them all in. So the glue was sort of black before I added that, and now it's sort of turning a lot of grey colour, because obviously the beads are white. It's all mixed, ready to go. Obviously take the tip weights out. I'm just going to double check them while I'm doing this. And again, if you watched my videos before, with glue less is more, so you don't need to use very much. So I put a little bit in there, put a bit on the end of the shaft, a bit on the end of the tip weight, and then when you hear that popping sound, you know you've got a really good seal, so that's great. We're sort of after that popping sound, that means you've really got a really good seal in there, and it'll glue really well. So clean off the excess glue. Give it a bit of a tap, and on to the next. There we go, all the glue's used, all done. Gotta wait now. Right, okay, so we've now got the loft and lie to do, so we've just changed it. We need to have 1 degree strong on the lofts and 1 degree flat on the lies. So it starts off with the 4 iron being 59.5 and 22 degrees. There you go, 62.6 and 44, it's as good as we need it to be. And there we go, that's the whole set done. Right, okay, so we're on to gripping. I've done a couple as well, I forgot to film, so we'll carry on from here. So, we want to have 1 layer of thickening tape and 1 layer of double-sided, so 1 plus 1. So we get the grip mark on where the grip ends so we don't stretch it down there. Get the thickening tape, pop it on, cut off the excess. This has to be really nice and flat, and this is good thickening tape. You can see how smooth that is, there's no ridges or bumps or anything like that. Then a bit of grip tape that goes over the top. Have a little bit left over the end, so you wrap up and put it over the cap so no debris goes into the shaft. Bit of white spirit into the grip. White spirit onto the tape, line it up, push it on, making sure we don't stretch the grip past that mark so the grip's the right length. Make sure we're all lined up, and there we go, that's the grip done. Wipe off any excess white spirit, double check whether it's lined up, which it is, and we get on to the rest of it. Right, this is the final one, this is the pitching wedge. After this we're going to turn down the frills. And there we go, that's the final grip on. Check this all lined up, turn off the white spirit. All good. Right, now we're just going to turn down the ferrules, be a bit loud. Making sure you turn into the belt, So turn up for me, the belt's going down, so turn into the belt. Right, so they're all flush. Just now to put some acetone on them and clean up the hosels a little bit. Right, and there we go, all done. So they're all perfect. Spec sheet's just gone up, and they're all at D2. Absolutely superb. Enjoyed that. That was great. All done. Ready to go to South Africa.